I made a weather chatbot that can tell you the weather based on some of the data that you enter into the bot. So I started with an intent called tell weather, which would ask you to enter some sample utterances, such as what is the weather going to be, or can you tell me the weather, which acts as a conditional statement, because after that it will follow up by giving you one of these slots, such as weather location, which asks you what city you want to know the weather for, the date you want to know the weather for, and the time you want to know the weather for. And another example of this could be what has the weather been like in your area for the past couple days, to better gauge what the weather is like in your area. And this would be a string because you would be entering words into the chatbot. And so after you enter those, it will give you a response that will tell you what the weather in your area is going to be like in that city, on that date, and at what time. And I think that this would be beneficial because it takes out a lot of human error that could come with telling the weather. Or a negative could be that the system could crash and you wouldn't be able to access the weather that you want. But I think I would still prefer using a chatbot over like watching the news or something like that, because there would be less human error involved with getting the weather. And so when you start to interact with the bot, you would start by saying, what is the weather? Which it responds to by asking what city you want to know the weather for. So I would respond with Allendale. And then it would ask what day I want to know the weather for, so I could say Friday. And then it would ask what time I want to know the weather for, so I could say 2:00 p.m. And then it would tell me that the weather in Allendale on Friday at 2:00 will be sunny and cold. So that is my chatbot.